Hey, so we were talking salaries earlier, Wilbur, and because AC brought this up on his podcast. Why aren't salaries public? And we all know why. No union, no association. It's probably never going to happen in our sport. Like Bet said, it's great for the managers to not have the salaries out there public. But Adam, what can you share with us?
We won't get paid what we deserve.
Right. Adam said he was texting Astafan.
Okay. I hope I don't get in trouble here. Like this is the thing. This is the thing with this kind of stuff, right? Like, I'm not trying to flex. Like I could care less, right? Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I think as Chris talked about at the top of the show, I do think it would be cool to have. I think people in general, maybe not the hardcore fans, but in general, people would be blown away that most people. When I say I race a dirt bike, like that's what I do. They ask me what I do for a living.
Yeah,
and I just don't think it needs to be that way. And money, even you can see with the playoffs, money gives credibility, and that's just.
Yeah. I've told people, around what Eli makes, even in the industry, what I feel like he makes, and some people are like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah."
On which end, low or high? They think.
No, they think it's low. They're just like, our sport pays that. Like motocross pays that. I'm like, yeah, it really does. It pays like a good mid-level baseball player.
If you can afford to take your family of 5 to the club section and buy everyone food and drink throughout the whole day, you're probably making more than half the guys out there.
Yeah. I can share. Okay. I can share not any specifics. I can not bonuses, but I can say for last year, the base was 1.8.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Taken home.
Like
if you don't get hurt, if you get hurt, anything, you're taking home 1.8.
That I would have to check on. That's
True,
not. That's right.
That is. There is an injury clause.
That's something. Yes. That's something that I think is really. Something that should be discussed more is the injury clause.
Yeah.
In one sense, for the companies, I understand you're not out there, not doing it right, but you get hurt risking your life for the company.
Oh, you get Phil going on this.
So
Phil will start swearing about it.
So I just think that is
right.
You've seen so many, and even I've
1.8. That's why when we were discussing salaries when you called in, I had you about 1.2. I had you at I think 700 for Cowie and 5 for Fox in my mind, and that's why I was kind of low.
Yeah. So I mean, I think with how my health ended up being towards the end there, I definitely think that I got that's a really good deal for what I was doing out there at the time.
Yeah.
Is the deal was. It was a really good deal, and like I said, I cannot reiterate it enough. How grateful I am for everything. I will try to push the envelope here and there with the sport, do what I think is best, right? Because I care.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean I'm not so in love with this damn thing.
Will, what'd you make from Star your first year there?
75.
Oh, it's more than I thought.
That's the same amount I made in the year I won. So. I agree with AC what he said at the beginning. I wasn't enough of an asshole either. I look back on it now, and I've seen how some of the other guys can handle themselves that demand kind of greatness out of everybody around them. Yes. And there's something to be said about that, because initially you want to be like, well, this guy's a fucking asshole. But no, he's here to do a job, and he knows how he has to do it.
Well,
right? So it's like...
Yeah. Will, most of the time, too, those guys have somebody in their corner too that they really, really, really trust, and I think that's important. Yep. I think that's really important.
And let's not forget when we're talking money here. Go ahead, Will.
There's so many times in my career that I was just like, well, dude, just be the guy that just gets along.
Yes, be the professional. I know.
Don't bitch too much.
Yep.
Just you're getting paid all right. Everything's okay. Just do it, right? And it's like, well, I mean, Rocco taught me a lot about that. When you're comfy, things fucking click, dude. And it was he searched for all of us to get us at a point of where we felt like that was the bike I've always wanted.
Yeah.
And I kind of got spoiled there, and then after that, I kind of felt like that was maybe normal, and then I struggled to ever find any comfort again, because I'm just like, well, dude, I'm searching and searching and searching. You talked about fat bars at the beginning, and I'm like, dude, ride that air fork we had in 15 at Cali.
Yeah,
dude.
Well,
it was so miserable, and I'm like, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, also a couple things. Chris Betts here signed $1 million contract for baseball.
Long time ago.
Yes,
but that's
over $1 million.
Let's just talk about that a little bit. 1.4 million for Chris Betts.
8.5.
Second of all, Adam and Will, you both, and I like the guys at Cowie, but you both rode for one of the more inflexible teams in the pits. Cowie.
Inflexible?
Inflexible? Unflexible?
Yeah. I'm not going to hurt you.
I can't say I will not say a bad
word
about Cowie because they have been unbelievable.
They're just in a box with their bikes and sort of what they believe, and there's some really smart people there.
They're in general across the board though. Look, and this is what people don't understand. Across the board, you have really smart. I mean, Cowie has engineers, really smart smart, educated people behind the scenes that really know their stuff, right? And at pretty much every team in the pits, there is Roger, Ian, across every single team, there is a little power struggle between the rider and what the engineers, what everybody else thinks best. And when Will's talking about being a little bit more of an asshole, it's just putting your foot down, right?
But my point would be KTM, who owns WP, went and let Sexton and Vial put KYB inserts into their forks.
They didn't let him. Well, they demanded that.
Okay. Honda 2 years ago went out and put a fucking Kickstarter on Kenny's bike, to try it.
Yeah.
Then they also went out and bought some aftermarket clamps, triple clamps, when those guys were complaining and ran those for a few races. Like, Cowie's not doing that. And you guys can not say anything, that's fine. But there's a couple of examples of factory teams that are like, well, fuck, okay, here we go. Because what happens is you start losing the rider. The rider starts throwing the white towel in because Cowie's like, sorry,
but
that's
the issue isn't on the race team side. The issue is on the business, corporate side, right? Of all those
sometimes
things.
And sometimes not. Yeah, sometimes
because baseball, we're starting to get into this. Other sports, we're starting to get into this. There's a lot of people in power that have never done the task. No one's stared down the barrel of a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah.
No one's taken a hit in the A gap. No one's jumped a Supercross triple.
Yeah.
And those people are starting to get more say. And the good ones know that they've never experienced that.
Yeah.
And the ones that are kind of making life difficult for these guys are probably the guys who have never done that.
Yeah, and there's the push-pull between engineers and real-world feeling.
And here's
all
the
time.
thing.
Right.
And here's the thing that must be said too, is that everybody is doing what they feel is best for the overall success.
Yeah, no one is like, fuck
everybody's,
this guy.
But success of you and the team are two different things.
Not really.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
No, everybody wants the same goal.
Results,
cross the finish line first.
So you say that, but when a rider comes to you and says, I want this because I think it's going to help me get you the better results, and they fight you on
let's
it.
Let Will talk, because Will's got some knowledge in this department.
All right, go ahead, Will.
Well, so, I mean, I would say that Chris kind of nailed it on the head. For my complaints there, I mean, I don't want to say anything negative about Cowie either. They overpaid me. I didn't perform. I didn't do anything there.
What did you pay from Cowie? What did you get paid from Cowie? Because AC just.
Oh wow, you're putting everybody on the spot.
Well, you told us. I said what I made.
I kind of forced my own hand with the Prater podcast.
We're gonna force Will's hand.
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty. At this point, I think I've been retired long enough that no one gives a shit anymore. But I mean, I made $300,000, and I couldn't have been more stoked at the time.
Right. And then you got your gear money, of course, and everything else.
Yeah, I made great money for what was going on and where I was at in my career, and even where I came from. Right, at Geico that year, I was on a 2D contract still, so I didn't really get a whole lot of money. I just reiterated back, dude, I signed for Bobby. Bobby was my highest paying contract till I went to Geico in 2011. I went $75,000. I went to MBK, made 50, slashed that in half a bit, basically with getting fucked. No better way to say.
Yeah, totally.
And then going to TLD, I made $30,000 in salary, and our bonuses were not typical racing bonuses. They were about $7,500, $525, and I was on the podium a lot, but I was only making $2,500 a weekend. So
that's insane.
It wasn't much, right? Then I went to Geico and I got paid I think $125,000, $130,000, and I was like, dude, basically, I'm basically retired.
You were basically Elon. You felt like you were Elon at that point.
I'm I can buy whatever the hell I want. You know what I mean? This is unreal. I can eat good. I can do all this stuff now. And then even thinking back to my title year, you got to think I was on a $75,000 contract after being hurt for 2 years. So you're just thankful for what you can get, and I paid my trainer $30,000. So then I'm making $45,000 if I make it work in California at that point, and I went and won the title.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was such a cool title too. How that happened to the last race like that. There's a lot of instances out there where riders are paying their trainers pretty much half their salary.
Yeah. Listen, some of these trainers get bonuses, win bonuses.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what? You getting paid to help me win?
Market's
like
high.
The wrong person's paying that.
The market was set high.
The expectations are you're giving me the program to win, and I got to pay you a win bonus.
Every trainer should think Eldon Baker.
Dude, I like Alden and I like those guys, but win bonuses for trainers are jokes. Fucking jokes.
I'm proud to say that I didn't take them. And it was like a big thing that I wanted to kind of stand up for, because like we're training to win. Like what else are we training?
Yes.
And if you wanted to give me a bonus, would I tell you no? Hell no, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why it's a bonus. That's why it's a bonus. It doesn't need to be in a contract.
Yeah, same thing when I was a mechanic. I never had a deal with a rider for a bonus. If you gave me a bonus, great.
You also never had anyone that won, but that's okay.
Wow. Okay, cool. I guess I forgot about Summercross and High Point 2000.
Bud Creek.
Butts Creek First Moto.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Anyways, go on, Will. Yeah.
No, I don't have anything else. It's just one of those things where like we could go on this for hours, but it's like, I mean, I don't know. Like you're there for a purpose, and the whole thing for me, like the reward to this is giving back at some point. And I don't care whether you're a C-level rider. I mean, you can give back on so many levels. You can move the needle for people to feel that improvement, whether it's on the bike, off the bike, whatever it is, or just lifestyle better and in general. So I think overall,
I'll say
it's really fun.
I'll say this. I'll add to that one-liner. I would say helping yourself is happiness, helping others is joy.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Well, wow, what's going on?
Moving it along.
What's happening there?
Love it.
You okay, kids?
They're playing the Oscars music.
Yeah,
Fuck up, dude. I'm over
next,
this.
Next segment.
You know,
He's got all the teams are calling him, telling him fucking stop this right
it's hard
now.
to get good help, guys. You know, and I'm still working on it. So,
Will, you're awesome, man.
I can still be fired.
I appreciate it.
Will, you're all right.
Yeah, I deserve that. I've given you a lot of shit this year, so.
You have. Trolltraining.com. Select Will Hahn, or select John Westling, or Alex Martin, or the other guy.
Will, did I guess what that move over there? Are you just going to get more clients that you wouldn't have gotten on your own? Like, what's the what benefit do you have from being under the umbrella over there?